The rejection happened quietly. No shouting. No drama. Just a polite smile across a candlelit table, and 3 words that cut deeper than any insult. "I'm not interested." The Christmas music kept playing in the background, cheerful and cruel, as the woman reached for her coat. She didn't look angry. She didn't look unkind. She just looked donne. The single dad sat there frozen, hands wrapped around a mug that had long gone cold, watching her walk away into the glow of holiday lights and falling snow. And that should have been the end of the night. But it wasn't. Because as he stood up to leave humiliated, exhausted, and already rehearsing how he'd explain another failed date to his daughter, a woman at the next table slowly stood, turned toward him, and asked a question that stopped his heart. "Can you be my husband? And before you think you know where this story is going, stay with me." Stay, because what led to that moment and what it cost, both of them will change how you see love, timing, and Christmas forever. Before the story continues, if emotional stories like this remind you that you're not alone, take a second to like, subscribe, and comment where you're watching from. You'd be surprised how many people feel the same way you do right now. He hadn't wanted to come out that night. Christmas Eve was supposed to be for kids. 4 pajamas, 4 burnt cookies, and badly wrapped gifts. Not blind dates in crowded cafes, decorated with fake snow and plastic reindeer. But his sister had insisted, "You can't hide forever, Mark." That word forever had followed him like a shadow since his wife died 4 years earlier. Since the hospital room. Since the silence afterward, so he agreed. 1 date. Just coffee. Nothing serious. He showed up early. Because that's what single dads do when they re-nervous. They arrive early so no one can see their hands shaking. The woman arrived 10 minutes late. Stylish. Confident. Childless. She smiled politely but kept checking her phone. They talked. About work. About the weather. About Christmas plans. He mentioned his daughter. The smile faded just a little. When he mentioned that he had full custody, it faded more. When he mentioned that his daughter would be waiting up for him tonight because she couldn't sleep without saying goodnight, When the woman leaned back and said it, "I'm not interested." She said she wanted freedom. Travel. Spontaneity. She said kids were too much responsibility. She said she hoped he understood. Mark did understand. That's what hurt the most. He paid for both drinks. Because that's how he was raised. Then he stood, pulled on his coat, and felt something crack inside his chest that had nothing to do with heartbreak and everything to do with exhaustion. Dating wasn't rejection. Dating was a reminder that his life came with baggage no one wanted to carry. He walked toward the door, head down, already thinking about how he'd smile when his daughter asked, "Did you have fun, Daddy?" That's when he heard the chair scrape behind him. "Excuse me." He turned. A woman stood there, mid-30s. Dark hair pulled into a low bun, wearing a simple sweater and no makeup. Her eyes were calm. Not nervous. Not joking. She looked serious. "Can you be my husband?" she asked. The cafe went silent. Mark blinked. "I what?" She took a breath. "I know how that sounded. I'm not crazy. I promise." People were staring now. He could feel his ears burning. She gestured toward the empty chair across from her. "Please. Sit. I'll explain." Every instinct told him to run, but something in her voice, steady, almost brave, made him sit. "My name is Claire," she said. "And before you say no, I need you to know I'm not asking for romance or a fairy tale." Mark frowned. "Then why are you asking a stranger to be your husband?" Claire glanced toward the window, where families passed by carrying gifts and laughing. "Because I'm running out of time." That was the moment he should have stood up. Instead, he listened. Claire told him she was a widow. Her husband had died suddenly 2 years ago. Heart condition. No warning. She told him about the house that felt too quiet, the holidays that felt too loud, the nights she pretended not to hear her own thoughts. And then she told him the part that mattered. Son, 8 years old, gentle, anxious, terrified of change. He needs stability. she said softly, and I'm about to lose it. She explained that her in-laws were fighting for custody, that they believed a single woman couldn't raise a child properly, that they had money, lawyers, influence, and I need help, she said. Not love, not yet. Just someone who understands what it means to put a child first. Mark stared at her. He thought of his daughter, asleep with a nightlight shaped like a snowman. He thought of school forms that asked for a mother's name he could no longer write. He thought of how many times he'd been told gently, apologetically, that he was too much. "You didn't even ask my name," he said. Claire smiled sadly. "I know who you are." That stopped him cold. "I've seen you here before," she continued, "with your little girl. You always let her choose the cookie. You always kneel to her eye level when you talk, and when that woman just walked out on you." Her voice softened. "You didn't look angry. You looked tired." Mark swallowed. "I don't want a fake marriage," Claire said. "I want a partnership. Boundaries. Honesty. And if it doesn't work, we walk away knowing we tried." Silence stretched between them. Then Mark asked the only question that mattered. "Does your son know Claire?" Nodded. "He asked me to find someone kind." Mark laughed once. "Short, broken. My daughter asked the same thing." They sat there until the cafe closed. They didn't kiss. They didn't hold hands. They talked about bedtimes and school lunches and nightmares and bills. Two broken people speaking a language no one else wanted to learn. Weeks passed. Then months. They didn't rush. They set rules. Separate rooms. Therapy. Slow introductions. The kids met first. That was the real test. Claire's son hid behind her leg. Mark's daughter offered him a cookie. And something clicked. Not fireworks. Foundation. The custody battle came and went. The judge asked questions. The children spoke. The truth stood firm. 2 adults, 1 household. Stability. They won. Christmas came again. 1 year after the cafe, the house was full. Too full. Wrapping paper everywhere. Laughter echoing down the hall. Mark stood in the doorway, watching Claire help his daughter tie a bow in her hair. He didn't feel lucky. He felt grateful. That night, after the kids were asleep, Claire sat beside